Army Armstrong and Gary Lee back in the spacious Tingley Coliseum on the New Mexico State Fairgrounds here in Albuquerque as we are ready for round 2 action. Here are the matchups. Bigfoot going against No Problem and Clydesdale 2 taking on the Auto Value Special. In the second bracket, we had the Carolina Crusher and Awesome Kong with Nightlife going up against Equalizer. And here is a look at Andy Brass in the all-new Bigfoot 8. This is the tube-frame racing truck.
That's right. It's a brand-new truck out this year, and it's just working fantastic.
Another new truck out this year is the Bronco of John Moore. No Problem. A pair of Fords going head-to-head in round 2 competition. A big victory for Andy Brass and Bigfoot. You can see the suspension, and that made the difference there.
It sure did, and it all happened over the cars. Watch, they come over the hill side by side, but as soon as Andy's on the ground there before the cars is when he nails it, and he takes a big lead over No Problem.
Well, Andy, you're actually making it look awful easy out here this evening.
It might look like it's easy, but we're really having to push the truck tonight. You know, the elevation here has really got us messed up. I don't have the right fill that I really need for the job, and we got to run with a new motor this week. It's a lot smaller than what we've been running, and we're really having to push it hard to keep up with these guys.
And there's a look at Bennett Clark in Clydesdale 2 out of Powder Springs, Georgia, and his competition, Scott Stevens, in the Auto Value King Crunch machine.
This is going to be a good race, Gary. I've watched these guys side by side before, and they've each had their share of wins, so this ought to be exciting.
And look at the altitude as the Auto Value Special picks up the victory.
Gary, they're head-to-head coming over the hill as everybody is, but whoever hits them cars first is who's taking the win.
Scott, it's looking awful good for you to cruise back there, working on the bottom of it. You seem to be doing your driving chores all right, but this is a thinking man's track tonight, isn't it? You got to do more than just gassing.
Yeah, you know, we did our thinking 2 weeks ago, Army, and we decided to do a major change in the truck, and it's really making it a lot easier on me. We're still holding a lot back. The truck's got a whole lot left. And, next round, we got Bigfoot, you know. I really don't care a whole lot for that new truck. I don't think he should be here, and he's running a little quicker. And, you know, Auto Value Parts Store truck, you know, we're just going to do the best we can. But, you know, we're working great tonight, and, you know, we're just real happy.
Well, here's a look at Awesome Kong with Steve Kane out of Killeen, Texas. And for you fans of Gary Porter and Carolina Crusher, he is back because he was the fastest loser in the first round. So here's your matchup for the second round competition, Awesome Kong and Carolina Crusher. And it looks like the Carolina Crusher takes the victory.
Indeed he does, Gary, and it's a big win for him. Now, he hit him just right, but Awesome Kong took a bad bounce before he hit the cars.
What about the air density here? Everybody's having trouble because the Albuquerque is so high in the air. Now it's starting to rain outside. Is that going to affect the running of the truck at all?
It's affecting my motor here a little bit, but not as much as everybody else because I'm running carburetors and not injection.
And the quarterfinals continue now with a good look at Dave Wyzorik in Nightlife. That's the new Chevrolet with 454 cubic inches. And his competition will be the new kid on the block. This is Greg Holbrook in Equalizer, another Chevrolet, 512 cubic inches.
And of course, we got another veteran in Nightlife going up against this rookie here in the Equalizer.
And there was a slight stall there on the part of Greg at the starting line.
I'll say from down here, it looked like he's just sleeping on the line. He wasn't paying attention and watching the lights, and it cost him the race.
And once again, Army has cut up with Dave Wyzorik.
Boy, you talk about a kid that's on a roll right here. 2 times in one night we get a chance to talk to you, and the truck looks like it's running just like it came off the showroom floor.
It is. It's running real good. It kind of coughed on me a little bit. I thought she was running a little lean, and I fattened her up, which I know is a mistake now, so I'm going to lean her back down and go back down the other way.
The altitude is really the problem here, and that everybody's trying to second guess not only the track, but the altitude and the air density up here.
It is. It's the altitude, a combination with it's raining outside, so you got moisture to contend with, and coming in from the cold and the hot, you know, it's trying to get everything right. It takes a lot of calculations.
And to review the quarterfinal action, it was Bigfoot, sidelining No Problem. The Auto Value Special eliminated Clydesdale 2. In the next bracket, we had Carolina Crusher defeating Awesome Kong, and Nightlife took the measure of Equalizer. So now we're ready for the semis with Bigfoot and Andy Brass. Bigfoot 8, the all-tube race truck out of St. Louis, Missouri, and he goes up against the brand new Auto Value King Crunch, and there's a look at Scott Stevens.
And of course, Auto Value being their sponsor now has helped King Crunch get a little more advantage on the competition. But we all know how Ford helps out Bigfoot.
And by a fender, it was Andy Brass in Bigfoot.
Boy, it was real close, Gary. I couldn't really tell exactly who won at first, but it looked like, yeah, Andy just barely beat him.
Andy Brass, it's final time in Albuquerque, and you're going to be sitting in one lane. Does it make any difference to you who's going to be sitting next to you in the other lane?
No, it really don't make any difference. I ain't going to pay any attention to who's there. I'm just going to run my race, run like I've been running all night, and we're going to put them away.
Well, for the right to face Andy Brass, we look now at Dave Wyzorek in Nightlife, and next to him, Gary Porter in Carolina Crusher.
Of course, Gary Porter has come a long way since that first round of competition. He actually lost, but came back as a fast loser and has taken him all the way to the semifinals.
And look at this. Gary will go to the finals against Bigfoot.
He's come a long way. Now watch what happens in Nightlife. He just bounces too much. He gets a lot of air, and that gives Gary Porter the advantage to win.
Gary, the run you just completed, give me a summation. Was it the best you've run tonight? Are you getting quicker as the night goes longer is what I want to know.
I think I am. The more I run this course, the more I get used to it. I've been running the same lane every race, and I think I'm getting the course more down pat and should be turning faster times each race.
Well, he will have his work cut out for him. The fans stand in anticipation. The final shootout between Chevrolet and Ford, between Carolina Crusher and Bigfoot. We're in Albuquerque, New Mexico on the New Mexico State Fairgrounds. Stay with us.